Hello, this is Maria from mathmammoth.com. In this lesson, we're going to look at the angle sum of a triangle. And you probably already know that it's actually 180 degrees. But let's look at the proof. Here I have a triangle, and I have purposefully made red and blue and black lines here. To start, I'm going to extend this line and draw a copy of it over here. The black lines are parallel. And the proof is based on some angle relationships that you are already familiar with. To see that easier, let me now hide this one line. If you imagine this red line extended a little bit, you should be able to see now some familiar angle relationships. We have two parallel lines, and this here is actually a transversal. It's also here, this portion here is a side of that triangle. And this angle is one of the angles in the triangle. But that same angle is also found here. Why? Because those two are corresponding angles and they are congruent or equal. So here's our triangle again, and now I'm going to hide the other line. So now we have the blue line and I'm going to extend it. And now you will see that this angle, which is also one of the angles in the triangle, is also found here, right? Why? Because these two also are corresponding angles. We have two parallel lines and a transversal. And what about the third angle of the triangle? Can you see how this proof will end up? The third angle is here. But it's also somewhere else, right? I'll let you finish this proof in your own mind, or you can check the Math Mammoth lesson in grade 8, or most any website will show you also. Here we have a figure where there's an unknown angle. Can you figure out the angle measure of that angle? There's a line that crosses another one, intersects here, and here's a triangle. This one here is 42 degrees, and so that means that over here is a vertical angle. It's also 42, right? Now it is easy because it's a triangle and we know two angles in that triangle. So therefore, the sum of these three must be 180 degrees. We have 42 plus 84 plus x equals 180. So here we get 126 plus x, and therefore x equals 54. Did you get the same? Here we have a triangle, and its angles have some x's. So what do? We solve for x. And we can use the principle that the angle sum is 180 degrees. So this plus this plus this adds up to 180. So let's write an equation. 3x plus 2 plus 11x plus 19 plus 4x minus 3 equals 180. What do we do in this equation? We combine these terms with x. First of all, there's 3x, 11x, 4x. So that's in total 18x. We also combine these constants. There's 21 minus 3. So that's 18. Now subtract 18 from both sides. So it leaves 18x. And lastly, divide by 18. We will get that x equals 9. Okay, so we have solved for x. It's also possible that this kind of question would ask not for x, but for the angle measures in the triangle or in the figure. So if that is the case, then we still need to go back and calculate the angle measures. For example, 3x plus 2 would be 3 times 9 is 27. So this angle here is actually 29 degrees. And you would do the same for these other two if the question asked for that. Okay, well done, and I hope this was helpful.